TV 79, we're on the record. Okay, good evening, everyone. Tonight is Tuesday, November 18th. It's about 7 o'clock. Tonight we have a planning and zoning public hearing and general meeting. We are here in Town Hall of Darien in the auditorium. The first item on the agenda, I'll read it into record. Are we going to read it in and just punt it?
It's being withdrawn, so...
All right, I'll read the title and then we'll just say it's withdrawn. The first on my agenda is continuation of public hearing regarding land filling and regrading application number 593, also known as PL 25-110. Mark Skowronski and Radoslaw Srednicki at 13 Hollow Tree Ridge Road. It was a proposal to raise a residence. That application has been withdrawn. So if anybody's here on 13 Hollow Tree Ridge Road, that application's been withdrawn. Okay, so you're welcome to stay, you're welcome to go home. The next item on the agenda is continuation of public hearing regarding business site plan application number 54B, special permit, also known as PL 25-143, Standard Realty LLC at 805 Boston Post Road. The proposal to raise the existing gas station and associated service buildings and to redevelop the property with a motor vehicle service station with 6 self-service fueling positions and 2,800 square foot convenience store and on-site parking. The 0.43 plus minus acre subject property is located on the northwestern corner formed by the intersection of Boston Post Road and Sedgwick Avenue, and is shown on Assessor map number 16 as lots 4 and 5 in the central business CBD zone. Fred, what do you got, sir?
This application is also going to be immediately continued to the Commission's next meeting on November 25th in room 206 at 7 p.m. in Town Hall. We've received materials from the applicant this afternoon in response to our peer review engineer, Greg Del Rio of Hardesty in Hanover, as well as Joe Canis of Ty and Bond. Obviously, because the materials were submitted this afternoon, they didn't have an opportunity to take a look at the applicant's response and respond to those comments. So this will be continued to the 25th.
We also received a letter from the police commission today, which is Mrs. Hufford, right? That's dated today, right?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, so that actually even says that they want to be able to see these people a second time. Okay. That transfer on that, folks. If anybody's here with regards to the convenience store and gas station, that's at 805 Boston Post Road, and want to hear more about that, we're going to continue that application. Okay, to another meeting. And if anyone read the Sanford Advocate on yesterday, it was a front page article. That goes over there. All right. Next item is that. Where's my number 3? Okay. Number 3. Yeah, no, I'm looking for my back hands, which is here someplace. The next item on the agenda is business site plan application number 186, F as in Frank, special permit, also known as PL 25-170, the Wondrous, Inc. at 800 Boston Post Road. The proposal to establish a new members-only club offering classes and interactive programming for children and their families in a 6,500 plus minus square foot second floor office space. Sure, I can try. Is that better? There you go. Look at that. I feel like a president. 2 microphones. Let's try that again. Let's start from the top. Business site plan application number 186 F as in Frank, special permit, also known as PL 25-170, the Wondrous, Inc. at 800 Boston Post Road. Proposal to establish a new members-only club offering classes and interactive programming for children and their families in a 6,564 plus or minus square foot second floor space of the building. The 1.17 plus or minus acre subject property is located on the northeast corner formed by the intersection of Boston Post Road and Sedgwick Avenue and is shown on Assessor's Map number 71 as lots 1, 2, 7, and 17 in the Central Business District. Fred, what do we got?
This application was submitted in conformance with sections 1000 and 1020 of the Darien zoning regulations under our business site plan and special permit regulations. The Wonder is a member-based space for families offering children's classes, activities, and programming for families with over 75 classes and activities per week, including birthday parties. The new business would occupy roughly 6,500 square feet of space on the second floor of the building. We do consider this a personal service establishment under our regulations. We understand from speaking with the applicant that there would be about 3 to 5 employees at any one time staffing the business. There are 98 parking spaces currently at the rear of the building. So when you do the math on the personal service use, which is 5 per 1,000, 5 parking spaces per 1,000 for retail commercial services, as well as personal service establishments, you get to about 33 parking spaces. Note that there's also additional parking in the vicinity of the building, including within the public Mechanic Street parking lots and on Mechanic Street itself, as well as Boston Post Road. The hours of the business are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The applicant has indicated the peak hours of the business are from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and then from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. No referral comments have been received on the application. It was referred out to the fire marshal, the building department, the local traffic authority, and the health department. No referral comments were received. No public comments were received on the application either. The applicant, Sarah Robinson of the business, is here to present some additional details on the application and answer any questions that you may have about the business.
Sarah Robinson, welcome. Want to come up to the podium? Please, that would be fantastic. You can tell us what you do, we can prep you with questions, and I can tell you what I know about the building. You came all the way from Westport, we got to give you hospitality.
What's that?
You came all the way from Westport, I think.
I did. I fed my kids and came right on down.
No traffic?
No traffic.
Fantastic. We're working on that too.
I like that. That's okay. I can handle a little traffic.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to the commission. I've seen a lot of these uses in other office buildings around Westchester County and in Fairfield County. It makes some sense. The reason why you're in front of us tonight is because this is it's a personal service use, which is typically not inside an office building. Mm-hmm. And so what we need to do is the big thing that we have to do is make sure the parking is right and the timing of the business is right, which is pretty much standard. I'm 99% sure this is the former Janney Montgomery space on the second floor of the building. Yes. Janney Montgomery is a brokerage firm which is moving out, going over to Corbin District. The floor plate is roughly, according to your measurements, it's 6,500 square feet. According to what I know, it's bigger than that, but you can tell me what's in the lease.
Yeah, the elevator shaft and the stairwells comprise the additional 1,500 square feet.
There you go. Okay. So the floor is yours. Just tell us what you want to do. Tell us about your business, and we'll take it from there.
Sure. Yeah. It's pretty much what Fred read. It's a space where families can come. There are activities going on all day. So everything from a crafternoon to, we have classes called like Dino Dojo and Dream Bakery and all kinds of activities to keep kids between the ages of 0 and 8 busy and having fun. It's a place where parents can hang out. We currently operate 2 locations, one in New York City, one in Westport, Connecticut. Anyone who wants to come visit us in Westport is welcome to come for a visit. That's at the hours that we're busy were explained in the description. I don't want to bore everyone to death with details on it, but if you do have specific questions, I'm happy to dive in further into any of the activities that we do or the classes. As far as traffic impact, we have activities kind of on all day long, so there is it's not like a nursery school who has a drop-off rush in the morning or a pickup. We pretty much have a steady stream of people trickling in over the course of the day, because you never know when kids are going to need a moment to get out of the house and hang out, and that's what we try to accommodate for parents.
I think it's cool. You call it lo-fi instead of Wi-Fi?
Lo-fi, yeah, like lo-fi activities, exactly,
I kinda
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, lo-fi, they're chill. You can drop in.
There you go.
There you go.
I look at something like this, if there's a parking issue, we double check and look at it, or if there's a traffic issue or there's a noise issue, that's really lands up falling on the landlord. I mean, I read your description. I actually know the landlord. I played golf with the guy.
Oh, cool.
He's actually a really good golfer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But if it's, your description said it's going to be low, it's going to be quiet music, which is soothing for children, so it's not loud.
Yeah.
Underneath you have Pure Bar on one side, which is, they probably be louder than you are. And the other side, you have Burger Shakes and Fries, which is, relative to the hours work really well because these guys are busy during the day, hopefully, and the restaurant is hopefully busy at the nighttime when people go there. It also has a lunch crowd, a little bit of a lunch crowd at Burger Shakes and Fries, and a lot of people can walk there. It's not necessarily a driving thing. The overall parking, according to the application, is 4.57 spaces per 1,000. What Fred said, this particular space requires 5 per 1,000, which is actually a lot for a place. Is there drop-off for the kids, or is it really the parents stay there?
It's really rare that we offer drop-off because we don't want to be regulated as daycare.
Right.
And so we've never gone into that, with the exception of school holidays. We occasionally offer mini camps.
Okay.
So it's 3 hours max, and it's only ages 3+, and the maximum number of children we've ever hosted in that is 10.
So in your whole, you're taking the entire floor, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So in the entire floor, how many kids are total?
Only 10 for a camp. 10 for, if we occasionally do a drop-off camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is if my wife takes my son and my next door neighbor's kid, that's really only one car, right?
Right.
Right. So what's the largest class that you have typically? Are there classes? Is that how it works?
There are classes, yep.
Okay.
Typically our class size is 10 to 12. Sometimes if something is really popular, maybe 15.
Okay.
But we try, if something gets that full, we schedule another one at another time or on another day.
Okay.
So that it's never overcrowded, because that gets unsafe too.
Right. Plus you need more employees. So if there's 12 kids in a class, is that 12 cars or is it more like 8 cars?
It's more like 8 cars because most people are bringing siblings.
Right, because like this guy here, he's got 2 boys and they'd like to go. And that's one car.
2 boys is like 4 boys and girls, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Something.
I get it.
Like that.
I've got 4 myself, so I understand.
Well, so do I, but they're in college.
Well, so you survived it. So
did.
there's a light at the end of the tunnel there.
Exactly. It gets more expensive.
Thank God.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The parking's okay, the hours to me are okay. I'll open up to the other commissioners if anybody has any questions on this one.
No, good.
Pretty good?
My only question was, are there children in the other areas, like if there are classes, are there other children in the play space?
Yeah.
So, I mean, is your space about the same size in Westport, or is it?
It's about 4,500 square feet in Westport.
And what is your average
Load.
Yeah, I guess that's.
How many
that's
people are in the
difficult
space at one time?
At one time, but I guess it would depend. It's your busiest time, I guess.
Bodies or families, like
We're
cars?
thinking about cars.
Families and
You're
kids.
thinking about cars?
Yeah, go families and kids, and then we'll get into cars.
I think we rarely have more than 20 cars that are bringing people to our space. And because we have, you know, like a craft table set up where there's like an activity going on, and then maybe half an hour later a class is starting, we set it up that way purposely so there's constant inflow and outflow. Never, oh my God, we gotta get to the Wonder because the thing is starting at 3.
Great.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Thanks, yeah.
You good?
Good question.
Would anybody else like to speak to this application? Everybody lives with kids' playhouses, so this was your 15 minutes of fame.
Thank you, great, I loved it. So I
We
hope
got no
someone is
comments
putting
from
it on
anybody else,
Instagram.
Okay, with that said or not said, I entertain a motion to close. Adam makes a motion, looking for a second. Jane makes a second, all in favor? Hearing's closed. We might deliberate on this tonight, and you'll know the outcome. It's pretty straightforward, and I think you're in pretty good shape.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
Good luck.
I'm looking forward to having you.
Thank you so much.
Here's the big one.
Yeah, 3 Pratt.
Yep. Look at that baby. Next item up. Coastal Site Plan Review number 390, floodstone prevention application number 458, land filling and regrading application number 597, also known as PL 25-167, Pratt Properties LLC at 3 Pratt Island. Proposal to raise the existing residence and detached garage on the property and to construct a new single-family dwelling, pool, patio areas, and a new driveway and form related site development activities within regulated areas, including the regrading of the property and installation of stormwater management. The 1.36 plus minus acre subject property is located on the southwest side of Pratt Island Road, approximately 470 feet south of its intersection with Baywater Drive, and is shown on Assessor map number 55 as lot 111 in the R1 residential zone. Jeremy, Fred, what do we got, sir?
This application was submitted in conformance with sections 810, 820, and 850 of the Darien zoning regulations under coastal area management, flood damage prevention, and land filling and regrading regulations. The applicant is seeking approval to demo the existing residence and detached garage and construct a new 2.5-story FEMA compliant single-family residence, pool, patio areas, and associated site improvements. The proposed improvements result in roughly 26,000 square feet of total impervious coverage on the site, an increase of about 6,300 square feet from existing conditions. The site slopes from west to east and is partially within flood zone AE at elevation 14 and zone VE at elevations 14 and 15. The proposed work requires approximately 800 cubic yards of fill to be imported to the site. Runoff from the property will be directed to one of 3 underground stormwater chambers and a rain garden, which are proposed to treat the water quality volume. Quantity is not being treated because the property is directly on the Long Island Sound. A CAM planting plan was submitted showing plantings throughout the site, with the greatest majority of plantings along the western edge of the property. The application was referred out to Joe Canis of Ty and Bond. He submitted comments for the record dated November 10th and November 12th. In his November 12th memo, he notes no further information is requested from the applicant. The application was also referred out to Mike Vitti of the building department. Mr. Vitti sent an email for the record dated October 16th, noting no issues with the application. We also received a letter from Connecticut Deep this afternoon, today 11/18, and we note a comment that was included as part of that letter. The stone wall proposed along the asphalt right-of-way is labeled as a freestanding stone wall to be designed by others and is identified as being less than 30 inches in height. The wall shown on the site plan features 2 gaps and does not appear to have any significant purpose or effect controlling floodwaters. The Commission should ensure that the stone wall design maintains a minimal height and is not significantly altered to the point where the purpose or effect of the wall is to control flooding or erosion, at which point it would be considered a shoreline flood and erosion control structure. No public comment has been received on this application to date. And this evening we have Brent Holsworth of Redness and Mead, the applicant's representative, to present the details of the application and answer any questions you may have.
Fantastic. Where's Brett? There he is. You got a PowerPoint for us? Nope, we got nothing.
Let's see if it looks good.
Okay. Candace is not here tonight, right? His letter says no further action anyway, so we're going to...
Correct, yeah, came in late today. Looks like it works. Hi, for the record, my name is Brett Holsworth. I'm a civil engineer with Redness and Mead, representing the applicants. Just wanted to further go into a couple more details just to explain the project and answer any further questions the Commission has. Just what you see here is an aerial of Pratt Island, which is actually a peninsula comprised of 2 different clusters of housing. Pratt Island 1 is where the development is. This small red area was 3 Pratt Islands. Earlier this year, it had a lot line revision with 1 Pratt Island, which this is what the former 2 properties used to look like. One was much larger, and then they adjusted the lot lines to make 2 comparable lots that would both be able to develop. So we're talking about 3. You see my mouse, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're developing, proposing lot 3, which conforms with all the zoning regulations with lot area and setback and lot shape and whatnot. So we have that kind of area to work with. So this is just a more detailed property and topo. There's an existing house that used to be formerly 1 Pratt Island that's still remaining. That is proposed to be demolished as part of the project. There was the former house, smaller house, lot 3. There's also a garage that is there now, but also proposed to be demolished as part of this application. So you can see that there's Long Island Sound on the south and the east with flood zones throughout. So this is an image of the proposed development. So we have a new FEMA compliant house that is elevated above the flood line. The first floor will be 17 compared to the flood elevation of 14, so 3 feet above the FEMA line. So all the mechanicals and structural components are above the flood lines. We're also proposing a infinity pool on this left side, a attached garage, and then also below the first floor is a lower level for use for storage and additional garage space. That's below the flood line with the FEMA required flood vents that our architects designed.
Is that in the house or is that in the garage or both?
It's under the house.
Okay, yeah, because it says lower floor elevations 8.
Yes,
Okay.
I can jump to that if you like.
It's 17, 12, and 8 for the crawl space. There's nothing in the crawl space?
Right, it's just a little bit, yeah, the crawl space is a few feet elevated above the garage space or lower level space. That's the image of the garage space on the right side and the crawl space on the left side. And then the garage, the secondary garage at slab on grade on the far left.
Okay, and a lot of times for storage on these crawl spaces or space below grade, mostly it's like beach equipment or kayaks or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really think you should put, your summer clothes down there or your winter clothes down there.
Right, yeah,
Because it has smart vents on it, so the water can go in and go out?
correct.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, and so, we're aware that it's in a flood zone, it's below the flood elevation, so it is susceptible to flooding, so, yeah, you certainly don't want to put any sort of valuables or anything perishable below that.
Jeremy, do we ever say it's like, because I know we've said it's for kayaks before, when it's in the bay? But
Crawl space is, by its very definition, it's only a certain height.
Well, this week's called lower level, that's different.
Yeah, the lower level
It's
could
not
be
finished,
parked
but it can be, it's using it for storage. Do we restrict this stuff that storage is in there? Because the next question later is going to be about generators and
Yeah, those all have to be on a platform, at least 1 foot above the base flood, so those will all be HVAC equipment, and pool equipment will be at least 15. And
right, but he may not be having sump pumps for that stuff. We don't know yet. That's a question.
Well,
I don't think you're-
no,
I don't
because
think
it's
so.
be elevated.
Yeah, he doesn't need it anyway.
it's not below grade.
I understood. No, I understood.
so,
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. That's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah, so all mechanical space, generator, we have a generator, I'm trying to figure out how to zoom in on this thing, sorry, but we have a generator on a platform behind right behind the garage, right there, so, and all HVAC systems are well above, so yeah, we're not putting anything in that lower level, it's not finished.
Are you putting sump pumps down there?
No,
Okay,
no,
got it.
it's
Okay.
not proposed.
So we just have to make sure we know what's being stored down there. That's all. Okay, that's fine. Keep going. You're
Right.
doing good.
Okay, so we talked about the elevations of the house, so it's going to be FEMA compliant. We are proposing the pool, an infinity pool with a lower level trough. No work is being proposed on the beach side of the FEMA lines.
Beach side, the southern side?
I'm sorry?
Beach side's the southern side?
Yes, yeah, there's a beach on the southern side, and there's a rocky shoreline on the east with a dock. So neither, no work is proposed as part of this application.
Yep.
Of those. For stormwater mitigation, per Darien's drainage manual, peak storage is not required because it's immediately adjacent to the Long Island Sound. So we designed the system for water quality. So 1.3 inches of rain. We stored that in 3 separate underground chambers, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. We did test bits to find areas that were elevating because, we're in such a flood zone. We want to elevate the grades, so we're able to accommodate those storage systems. And then lastly, there's a rain garden that's capturing the runoff from the pool and patio that has sandy soils that will treat and mitigate, clean up the water, and then discharge it out to the Long Island Sound.
Where's the rain garden?
Yes, all right. The rain garden is right below. I'm really having trouble zooming in here.
I see it. It doesn't, the thing I'm staring at, it's not marked. Right here.
For whatever reason, it's not.
Mine is
Yeah.
kind of right in this area.
I was looking at this side. plan.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the rain garden is right below the pool and patio.
Yeah, right there.
All right, so we did receive comments from Joe Canis at Time Bond. He had a few comments. We addressed them, we responded, and he revised his letter saying no additional comments. And then the deep letter that Fred mentioned, everything was compliant, and the walls will keep it minimal height and open gaps so they're not flood protection.
Okay,
Any
just
other
explain the exclusive easement A, which is that play along. Let's see, tell me what's going on with that thing.
Sure.
Because it says it's owned by the other property, that's how you got the acreage.
Yeah, so it's not.
Just zoom out a little bit.
Yeah. I am sorry. Usually I have a mouse that works better than this pad. Okay, so yeah, this area is an exclusive easement for lot 3 Pratt to use as a lawn area, but it's still as part of the 1 Pratt Island property. So we weren't using it as zoning area. It's not part of 3 Pratt.
Just show everybody where the lot line is.
Yeah, the lot line is right here. That kind of cuts across here.
And that was administrative, right, Jeremy?
That's correct.
So that was it's not a free cut, it's a lot line
They have 2
adjustment.
lots. They still have 2 lots. They actually made, because the smaller lot was not conforming, so now they have 2 conforming lots.
Right,
Other than getting into the whole issue of frontage, but you can see, and Brett pulled it up on the screen, 3 Pratt was a very small, undersized lot. It was that way for a long, long time. One advantage is, about 20 years ago, they put sewer lines down there.
hold on 1 second. Can everybody hear Jeremy? Hey, can you hear him also? Sorry,
She's
Jeremy.
gonna come with the mic.
We got you on TV. You can say that. You don't get
Hot
that. That's fine.
hot
About
mic.
20 years ago, sewer lines came down to Nash and Pratt Island. So that makes this a little more flexible. You don't have to worry about septic systems the way you did before that. So you can see that in terms of size, they both meet the 1 acre minimum lot size for this area.
And then, in your mind, Brett, who cuts the grass on that play area?
I'm not sure. The owner is here to speak. I'm not sure who's going to be maintaining that property in the front.
Yeah. Sir, you have to
You have
come
to
up.
come up to,
Oh, sorry.
They can figure it out. If they have the easement, they can use it. Who maintains it? That's their problem.
I mean, Jim already signed off on it. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi, everybody. Dan Benet. I'm not sure it's been stated that's a requirement for 1 or 3, but we would obviously be happy to maintain the property since it's part of,
Okay. I get it, you already signed off on it, so it's already done. It makes the other one look smaller, that's all. But the other one without the easement still conforms?
They both conform. I wouldn't have signed it if they didn't.
I know. I got you. Thank you. Okay. And the size of the house and number of bedrooms, I think I counted 6.
I believe there's 5 bedrooms, and the square footage is 12,989.
I counted the first floor guest suite as a bedroom.
I think the architect, Christian, might be able to comment on that.
We typically write down the number of bedrooms and number of bathrooms.
Okay. We submitted 5 as part of the record, but
Five on the second floor.
Right, then there's a guest suite.
Yep, on the first floor. Yep.
First floor. Christian Clemo, Christian Ray Studio. Yes, there is a guest suite on the first floor. Yes,
So is that a bedroom?
that is a bedroom.
Okay, so it's 6.
So
And then how many bathrooms in the house?
full bathrooms, there's 1, 2, 3, 7.
7 full or 7 total?
7 full.
And then how many halves?
There is 1 half bath.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Commissioners, any questions on this one? The thing that I want to compliment you on, I've never seen Waste Coastal Engineering do a confirmation letter. That was a great idea.
great.
Yeah,
Glad you appreciate
that's what we have to, they signed off on it as a peer review, which you brought your own peer review, but then we just got to talk about the, what the state said, what Deep said.
He talked about with the wall, but.
About the wall?
Yeah, that's fine. Just go over the cut and fill numbers again. I think Fred said it was 800 cubic.
Yes,
yards?
it's about 800 cubic yards of fill. Since we are, elevating the house, first of all, we're cutting in some portions on, on the left side for the pool, for the patio, kind of getting that down. And then, but we are elevating in the front to make it not gigantic in the front, right? Because it's such a stark difference compared to where it is right now. The existing house, is around elevation 8. So, we don't want it to appear to be like a 4-story house in the front. So we filled in the front.
So are you bringing in all 800, or is 800 the total that's coming out of the pool?
That's the net increase.
So how much are you bringing in? Do you have any estimate?
We just said that's a net increase.
That's the net increase, yeah. So
okay, so that's
you're
what you're
using
bringing in.
some of the cut and fill, balancing it, and then
Bringing in 800.
bringing in 800.
And what do we say, how many trucks that is?
20 cubic yards.
40 trucks.
40 trucks over about a year.
Yeah, it's not all coming in all
At once, right.
It's as the development is being constructed.
Okay,
Yeah, I think we just have to be,
we just manage that.
yeah, the
Last
trucks.
time we got to redo the road, remember?
Yeah.
It was Pratt Island too. It was guy at the end, he blew a gasket.
That's my only question. Otherwise, it looks good.
George?
No, I don't think I can complicate it. It's, you got a septic system there, that's good.
No septic.
No
No
septic.
septic.
I mean, sewer system.
Sewer,
there,
yeah.
They
so
run
that's good.
sewer down my street.
And they will, you're
taxes.
treating the water that's going into the sound, so we don't have any fancy cul-de-sac system, et cetera. Good, no, no, nothing for you.
Jamie?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, thanks. Would anybody in the general public like to speak to this application? Welcome. Would you mind coming up to the podium? Or if you want us, we can bring a microphone. There you go, you come right here. There's a microphone there waiting for you. You get to be on television. It's right there. It's right there. You just walk past it. Bingo.
State your name.
Want to help her out, Fred?
Williams, I live for Pratt Island, and I went to look at the plans. The only question I have is as far as water that comes down our driveway. Bringing in all the fill, making it higher, I get, but I'm just wondering how that's going to affect watering the area. We do have a septic tank, by the way. It's on our neighbor's property. There are a lot of easements. It's a very confusing area. Right?
Yeah.
Water lines, that's my concern. And I'm guessing it's all been looked at because the file is so thick. But it's just the water going down our driveway. That was my first question. My second question is fencing for the pool. Is that,
It's regulated by the building department. It's supposed to be 4 feet high. Is that right?
that was my only question, really.
We'll explain it.
And then the road stays the same, right? Road stays the same. Good.
Yep.
Those are my questions.
Sure. Why don't you zoom out?
Yep.
On whatever you have, and then depict the woman's house at 4. You might have to pick a different plan. That area you had her up at the beginning?
Mouse here.
It's post-cut. At the beginning, when you had the aerial of the whole of the island, you showed the two. Because on your stuff, 4 doesn't show up.
So, I believe, is this 4 down?
No, down one.
Down one?
Up to the left.
Oh, down that way.
So small, it's hard to visit.
Okay. So, luckily for you, you're actually more elevated, you're on a crest on, most of the runoff for this property goes directly south or goes to east. The driveway that goes up to your house climbs, right? So we're going to continue to keep that access. We're rebuilding it, but we're keeping that climb. And then once you get over the hump, that is the next property over. So we're only developing up to a point just past like where the existing garage is. So there's a little bit of an opening there. That's where we're kind of stopping our development. So all the driveway from that point is running off in the opposite direction. So none of the water from this property will go back to your.
If you go to the site grading application, or site grading page, do you have another topo or just the site grading?
I have the site grading, but then I have the property and topo. That's the existing.
So show the site grading, go to the site grading one. You can see, indicate where the 18 foot is, the 18 elevation, and where it slopes down to 14.
Yeah, it's.
And does that continue north to the corner?
Correct. Yeah. So if you look at the contours are going down from this, 19, 18, 17. So it's sloping down the driveway.
And Mrs. Williams' house is where?
Is over to the left.
Okay. So the water has to go up.
Off this area.
6 feet.
9 feet before it gets to the crest.
Correct.
See where it says 10, and then it goes up to 18? The next one will be 19.
Yep. So the
Before you
existing.
flood, they got to have 9 feet of water there.
Right.
Before you would flood, the water would have to get up 9 feet from the bottom of the driveway,
Yeah.
on their side. You're on the other side of the grassy knoll.
And then a couple of your other questions. We are collecting the drainage, that does run down that driveway, and we're putting it into our storage system. So that is one of the parts of the design. These boxes are area drains that get collected into the storage underground right there.
So the water's going from south to north, and you're connecting in those catch basins and funneling it to your Caltech system?
Correct. Yes.
Anyone else?
Any other questions on this one?
Any other public comment? Anyone else in the public?
Please, come on up, sir.
You have to come up to the mic.
Sorry. It's okay.
Booming voice, so I won't need to be there unless I've got it cleared up.
It's all right, I got a bit, you can stay there, it's fine.
But, no, I just want to say, it looks like it'll be a fabulous home. We spent a little time talking today, and they have every intention of doing what seems like some beautiful, much-needed landscape. And discovered actually that they have a little more property on our side of the drive, which was just looking kind of ratty, that they intend to clean up and make it very lovely. So I think at the end of the day, it's going to be excellent. What I hear is comply with everything that's tough to do when you're building a project of that magnitude. So I just want to put that on the record.
Thank you, sir. Can you just go over West Stout's plan real quick? The CAM planning plan? You have that?
Sure.
And then Neil, you can just talk about the fence around the pool.
Oh, right, the fence, well, the fence is going around the perimeter of the pool and the area. I'm just gonna open up.
Do you have West Stout's plan or no?
I was just gonna address the fence first,
Okay,
real
go ahead.
quick. There is a fence that's going around the perimeter of the pool, the patio, and then does come down and connects at the lower level and ties into there. And then West Stout's plan, I believe Corey is here from West Stout if you have specific questions.
Just show how the pool's shielded from the road,
Sure.
because I don't think people in the road want to see the people in the pool. I don't think.
Yeah,
people-
sure. So the driveway on the west side is here, right there, and then you can see all the plantings. There's also a screening wall right there also, and then there are screenings on the south corner too. So we're trying to, and there's evergreen hedging for screening as well. So we're trying to maintain privacy, and so everyone loves greenery.
Fantastic. I think that's everybody else, right? Fred, we miss anybody else? Okay, fantastic. Everyone's good here, right?
Yep.
Right? I would enter a motion to close the hearing. Adam makes a motion, Jay makes a second. All in favor? Hearing's closed. Thank you, sir. Good job.
Thank you.
Is that the TV in the hallway, Jeremy?
Upstairs.
It just came on like 2 minutes ago.
All right, next item on the agenda is landfilling regrading application number 183A is an Apple, also known as PL 25-166. Christoffel and Courtney Krediet, I think. Krediet, is that right? At 130 Long Neck Point Road, proposed to construct a new pool and spa and perform related site development activities, including the regrading of the property, installation of retaining walls, and stormwater management. The 1.24 plus minus acre subject property is located on the west side of Long Neck Point, approximately 335 feet north of its intersection with Pear Tree Point Road. It's shown on Assessor's map number 60 as lot 6 in the R1 residential zone. Chairman, Fred, what do you got, sir?
This application was submitted in conformance with Section 850 of the Darien zoning regulations under our landfilling and regrading regulations. The application before you is for a new pool, spa, patio, walkways, and associated retaining walls. The area of disturbance is less than a half acre on the site, with a slight decrease in impervious area, a decrease of about 118 square feet. Approximately 2,400 square feet of the driveway will be removed and replaced with lawn area. The water quality volume is to be detained in 4-tech Coltech recharger units to be located west of the pool. And we also note that a landscape plan has been submitted by the applicant with some buffering plantings on the north and west property lines. The application was referred out to Joe Canis of Ty and Bond. Mr. Canis submitted comments for the record dated November 10th and November 18th. In his November 18th memo, Mr. Canis notes that no additional issues were present with the application. He had 3 very minor comments to begin with, but those were easily addressed by the applicant. Mike Vitti, the building official, also submitted an email for the record dated October 16th, noting no issue with the application. This evening we have the property owner here, Chris Krediet, to present some additional details on the application, answer any questions that you may have. The engineer, Rob Frangione Engineering, was unable to attend tonight, but as I noted, the engineering comments were very minor to begin with. So I can hand it off to Chris.
Fantastic. Welcome, sir. Come on up. Thank you. So you're putting in a pool.
Yes, hi.
Fantastic.
Chris Krediet, putting in a pool. And I could just add, thank you, Fred, for the summary. I might forgive the lo-fi presentation approach here. The kind of unusual thing about the site is the location of the house is really tucked in the corner, so really the place for the pool is here. That kind of dictated the location for us.
Yep.
Otherwise, it'd be in the front yard, and I don't think anybody wants a pool in the front yard.
Yeah.
It's an 18 by 44 foot pool, 8 by 8 spa. There's the retaining wall and of course the drainage system. And I'm happy to elaborate. There's some slope to the site also, which was a little tricky, but that's the gist of it.
Pretty much it. The, inside the packet, there was the specs of the retaining walls, so we already have that. It says, yeah,
Yes.
45-foot retaining walls, so those are gonna be engineered.
Yes.
I think they go from 3.5 feet up to 5 feet tops.
Yes.
I think that's it. Is there a land filling and regrading aspect to this? I mean, you know how much dirt's coming out, how much dirt's coming in?
It's roughly a 450 foot net, cubic yard net cut. Sorry, it's exactly 472 cubic yards net cut.
Okay, so you're taking 472 use off-site?
Yeah. If I can use some of it in the back, if I needed more permission for that, I would certainly come and get it. But we have quite a steep area behind the house that I would love to fill in a little bit more, where we currently show the grass court, which was an area we had leveled out for a winter temporary rink, which I'm no longer doing.
Your kid went to college or something?
No, they play so much hockey on the ice rink, they don't need to play in the yard.
There you go.
And the weather is too fickle. So I'd love to fill that back in a little bit, but that is something I'm going to talk to before we get going on any work, and if I needed any kind of permission. So I would assume 472 cubic yards will leave the site, unless there's a better use for it.
Okay. And what's the, if they leave it on site, what do they have to, is it 2 inches or something like that?
Yeah, you have to work with Fred and myself to make sure that they don't go over the current standard, which is 20 cubic yard, changing grade more than 6 inches.
Right.
There may be a way to keep some of it on site, but up to that standard before you'd have to come.
Yeah, that sounds like I'd want to come back in.
Okay.
So we won't do anything without coming back in, if that's the case.
That's good stuff. It's pretty simple. It looks like there's a net reduction of, the next increase in impervious surface, right? Like
Slight reduction, 118 feet.
going down,
Yeah.
because you're taking out more grass.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a big enough site, conforms to all the lots. Your coverage goes up to, I think, it's 9.7%, so you're good there. Any questions from the commission? 1, 2, 3, buckle my shoe, we're all set. Fantastic. Anybody in the general public like to speak to this application? This guy should play hockey? No? You good? All right. Fred, miss anything? Yeah. Fantastic. Entertain a motion to close? George makes the motion, Jay makes the second, all in favor? Hearing's closed. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Guys. We might deliberate on this one tonight also. Okay, great.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right. Next item up. That's the end of the public hearing. So now we're going to go into the general meeting for this evening. The first item of the general meeting is amendments to the business site plan number 249A and Apple Whole Foods Market at 150 Ledge Road. Request for replacement of recycling machines and associated storage dumpster. Fred, what do you got, sir?
This one's pretty simple. This is a request by Whole Foods to comply with the state requirements to provide the recycling option for the public. They intend to locate several recycling receptacles in the vicinity of the loading docks for the store.
They say of the recycling section, I mean, the dumpster section.
North.
Yeah, north
by
of
the
the
loading
loading
docks, north. Or
North of the loading docks
Yeah.
by a little bit, yeah. In that general vicinity up against the retaining wall on the property.
Exactly, yeah.
We have some representatives here from Whole Foods this evening to describe the proposal in additional detail if you'd like. further information on this.
Just why are we even seeing this?
It's a minor change to the site plan special permit. They put these structures outside of the building.
And they're taking up some parking spots from them, so that's why we're modifying it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's overparked as it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's tons of parking back there.
Yeah, if they even give some to BMW.
Yeah.
Is somebody here for that? Not to come out for 2 seconds. We'll get you in and out. My big question for these is there's no enclosure on it at all, and you're not gonna put an enclosure? These things are weatherproof?
Yeah, they're rated for weathering, so I got a couple of the.
Sorry, you just have to state your name and.
Oh, sorry, I'm Sean, I'm from BRR with the architect record for it.
Your last name?
Crosby, Sean Crosby. So basically, they're, like Fred mentioned, the state bottle bill. So there's a few kind of approved recycling vending machines for that, so it's Tom knows one of them, so can I choose you guys one?
Yep, we got it.
Okay. Great. But yeah, so they're rated for
Up
the
to
conditions.
challenge any conditions.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, no plan to put any type of enclosure there. I know they show that in the brochure, but since if it's not needed, the plan wasn't to include it. I think the only extra construction is a concrete pad to keep it level below, and then a bit to run power and data from the store out there. So.
And then with regards to the recycling area, where you're gonna put the plastic before it gets taken away, is that enclosed by a chain link fence?
I think not at this point. That one will have like essentially like kind of like the dumpsters that have like a bar you can push up, right, and lock. Some sort of enclosure like that to keep it just the general public from getting in there.
Okay.
Is the idea. So.
Do we want to enclose that, Jeremy?
I think so.
No.
People are going dumpster diving for used plastic bottles and
And
beer
it's-
cans?
To me, it's really just aesthetics,
Crushed
really.
by that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all ripped up and crushed. It's just aesthetics. The only one I see every day is when that's at Wells Fargo.
Yeah,
That's
but
all
this
my
one is
issue.
so far out of the way, I don't even think you'll see it.
You can't see it from the street.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions for this gentleman? We're good?
All good? Cool.
Fantastic. Could I get a motion to approve as requested? Jamie makes a motion.
Straw
Adam
poll?
makes a second. Straw poll?
Sure.
You got your recycling center, you're done.
Got your dumpsters, we don't need anything but that.
All right. Deliberations only on the public hearing is closed tonight.
Do it.
Let's do it a couple of these things. The only one we're really doing is Wondrous. Is she still here?
No, she left.
She left. Any question on that one?
No.
It's special permit use, well, it's just personal service use on a second floor of an office building. If it's a parking issue, it's their own fault. If it's a sound issue, it's their own problem.
Yep.
Okay? Everyone good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Write it up.
Staff, please rate that up as a positive approval for that one.
Confusing.
The next one is Pratt Island. Do you want to talk about that one tonight?
Yeah, let's do it. We're here.
Okay. That one's kind of, it's a major rebuild of a
Yeah.
13,000 square foot
Big
house.
Big house.
The application was done by Redness and Mead, is one of the most complete applications I've seen in a long time. The race engineering letter is belts and suspenders, and they said it was in compliance. Did we get the answer to the spacing in the wall that Deep was asking?
Sounded like Brett
Yeah, he said he would
is
maintain
willing
it.
to make that commitment, that the wall as designed will comply with and not become a flood and erosion control structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that can certainly be a condition.
Make that a condition of the approval, and see if that was caught by race engineering in the letter at all,
Yep.
because there's a stamp. Okay, everyone's good with that one?
Yeah.
All right, did you draft up approval for that one?
Big house.
And then the last one, Chris's pool, he wants to get in before next year. Any questions on the pool?
Oh, right. Oh.
Dig it up, dig it up. Put it in.
Gonna take away
Yeah.
10 trucks of dirt,
20 trucks, yeah, something like that.
right? Pretty simple. Okay, can you draft up an approval of Chris's pool? And hopefully his kid plays hockey for the high school team someday.
Do we,
We're going to have those for the special meeting December 2.
do we want, can we, just a question, can we give him more leeway instead of the 6 inches in this application? Can we change that to a foot?
No, don't
Or is
do
that a whole separate thing?
That's a whole separate thing. He doesn't even need it.
I mean, certainly there might be, we'll have to go out into the site. Probably that's the best thing to do is as he's progressing, Fred or I go out, figure out
Yeah.
what might need.
Like, I just like, if it's, you know,
He's got a
going,
neighbor-
if
he has
he's
a
going
neighbor in the back.
8 inches though, it's like, yeah,
He's got a neighbor in the back, though.
yeah, but,
You gotta check me out.
When we get out there, see
Okay.
what might be possible, while still complying.
yeah, I guess he can always come back mid-application for a
He likes
modification.
it here. He's treated very well.
That's what I'm saying, give him, put some dirt back there and level it out, we don't have to listen to it again.
Easy. All right. Next, approval, so those, get rid, next, approval of minutes. We have 4 sets of minutes to go over. This morning, we got a little bit of a change on one of the minutes. First set of minutes is September 30th, 2025. This is a long one.
4, last paragraph.
It was a first night on Heights Corners. We went over all that stuff. That was a big one. Then we did, David Genovese made a presentation on his. The Community Association, we just gave them stuff about the front lawn. And then we had a bunch of resolutions. Any typos, scrivener's errors, questions, comments on this one?
We're just gonna amend that one sentence as per Fred's email?
Yeah, it's already amended.
Okay.
Yeah, we already got it. Yep, it was
Otherwise,
already
look
done.
pretty good to me.
Everyone good? Okay, motion to approve as submitted. Jamie makes a motion, George makes a second. All in favor? 4-0. Okay.
As amended.
I don't know if it was amended, but whatever,
As redrafted.
because we got
As
it today. Second set of minutes
presented.
from
It
October,
was a good word, though.
for October 7th. You got a roll tonight. This was with the 5 Herman Avenue house and the one next door to it. And again, second night for Heights Corners. Any questions, comments, typos, scrivener's errors on this one?
Yeah, you said you watched this meeting.
Correct. I was not at this meeting.
This is where we gave, the Board of Selectmen wanted us to give a piece of grass to
Yeah.
Eversource.
On double speed with the
Good.
transcript. It's the nicest way to do it. You just plow through those meetings.
Looking for a motion to approve from George?
Sure.
George makes a motion, Adam makes a second. All in favor? There you go.
I like how you can click on the text too to jump. It's like, I showed that to some people at work. I was like, you need to make ours look like this.
Next on the agenda is draft minutes from October 14th. She's on a roll tonight,
The Zoom
isn't he?
transcript is
Yeah,
terrible.
okay.
We had a big, long update from Neil on the Hardesty and Howard. I was not at this one, right?
No, this is the one I ran.
Yeah, you ran this one and I watched it on TV,
That probably only took you 5 minutes.
right? It did take me 5 minutes, right? This
Neil's
one,
was the longest
cut
part.
it short.
Yeah.
This
Couple
was the
easements.
town, this was the referral
letters,
of the town-owned property we did. And it's also, wasn't this the night that we did,
The parking lot too.
parking lot referral,
Yeah.
right? Questions, comments, typos, scrivener's errors on this one?
Good.
Right, is that, Jamie, they spelled your name right there, right? Yeah, that's right.
Which one? Did I miss it?
It just looks, it looks different.
What page are you on?
7. Yep, that's right, okay, got it. Everyone good?
Yep.
Looking for a motion to approve as submitted? Jamie makes the motion, George makes the second.
Sure.
All in favor? 4-0. Okay. Next item is October 28th, draft minutes. Another night on Heights Corners.
Jamie, you watched this one on TV, right?
I did, yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right, it's Adam Bradley, bingo. Xanadu Capital, they were doing their amendment for
Yep.
something.
Mrs. Abkakis.
Right, that's the Tokenique Road building at 76. And then we had a resolution for Herman Avenue, that one came through. Can't change any of that stuff. Another second resolution on Herman Avenue because they're 2 separate applications. And another resolution on Vicaro's building where we put in the 2 things. Questions, comments, scrivener's errors, typos on this one? Good. Adam just made the motion. Looking for a second. Jamie makes a second. All in favor? 4-0. As written, fantastic. All right. What else? What else? Next thing on here is Chairman's Report. I just wrote down a bunch of notes on Chairman's Report. We talked about this already. Norotan Avenue looks a lot better. The new wood store, the wood crafting store opened up recently. They're redoing the front of their building. They put in that new driveway. Norotan Avenue from I-95 going north to, West Avenue is pretty much going to be all brand new. You have the new contractors going off, the new Chase Bank branch going off, and both of those gas stations were renovated there, which is the Shell station and the Gulf station, and the third gas station on the other side looks pretty good. So,
What did you say about the Chase Bank? Did you say something?
with regards to Chase Bank, that's new. That was done a while ago.
Relatively, yeah,
Right.
okay, yeah.
And then to note, remember that one, when we approved federal, that's when we widened the road for that turning lane there for Chase. So once that new contractor's office gets finished between the two gas stations, and it's going to look really nice. And that's one of the gateways and entrances to town, so I'm pretty psyched about that. A little bit of an update on 120 Tokenique Road. 100 Tokenique Road was under contract. It may fall out of contract. There's been a bunch of discussions that I've heard from brokers relative to that. Has anybody ever come to you on that, Jeremy? Okay.
What is 100? Is that?
100 is Zoto's building.
Yeah, the first one.
It's owned by Hinkle. It's occupied. Hinkle made a public announcement that they're moving all those people up to, I think, Rocky River, something like that. So that's going to be excess real estate.
Okay.
It is about it's depending on how you count it, it's about a 60 to 80,000 square foot building. Somebody put it under contract for sale, but they can't build it, so they've been looking for other people to put there. Some people have called, and Craig Flaherty called me once and said, what's the max can go there in terms of units? I said, I have not the foggiest idea.
What do you mean they can't build it?
What's the max you can build
But
on it?
your comment was they can't
I
build it.
don't know how much you could build on it. The reason why the building's different in size, I think my daughter worked in it, it's either 60,000 square feet or 80,000 square feet, because there's test kitchens test rooms in the basement. It is in a flood zone. It's about 6.5 acres. A lot of it is wetlands. The building next door, which I think you drive by all the time, which is 120.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with that too, right?
No, it's still got the temporary electric
The
hookup in
temporary
front.
electric is for
Those pumps in the
the
basement.
flood pumps in the
Yeah.
basement. That thing's empty. Supposedly, the guy is, in other towns, has talked about doing 830G projects there, but I've never seen anything or heard anything more significant, but that's just something I always keep my eye on. The other one that's pretty much done now is Heights Crossing. The pastry shop opened a week ago Friday, and they had their grand opening this past weekend. Garden Catering opened last weekend, and Chipotle, which is also going to be branded, should open up at the end of this month. The last one, the Evolve Fitness store, that one opened a little while ago. Sharky's haircutting place for kids also opened. The liquor store that's there, that's the old Freight's Liquor that moved from over on the Post Road, which is now empty, over to this thing. It's when it moves, the liquor license actually moves. And the business got a totally separate name, but the liquor license moved from that old Freight's location to the new one. And then the last tenant that's going to open is, the sign's already out, which is called the Milkshake Factory. The sign's up on the inside of the building. I don't know if it's on the outside of the building yet. It's not, right? That's probably going to open up after Christmas in January. There is still a 4,500 square foot restaurant that's available, restaurant space that's available for lease. In our approval for that, that is supposed to be a full service restaurant. Most of the other stuff is all quick service restaurant. So they've had some proposals for full service restaurants, but nothing's ever been transacted. The apartments are about 10% vacant. Of the vacant apartments that are there, I think there's a total of 7 of them. There's 4 of the 7 that are vacant are the 3 bedrooms that are on top of the garage. The other 3 bedrooms that are there, I think there's 4 total 3 bedrooms. One of them's leased, 3 of them are empty. And then I think there's two bedrooms available and 2 one-bedroom are available. And I actually know some people that live in the affordable units there, which look really nice. So that one's doing pretty well. And if everyone's not been there, that place, Raphael's, for coffee and pastries is awesome. It's fantastic. I got a chocolate croissant versus a fruit croissant. And then I said it last time, congratulations to everyone that ran for re-election, Jamie and myself. There's a little side bet between me and Adam, which has yet to been paid, just for the
I actually thought about that when I was coming here.
Yeah,
I was like, I was in the city today too.
I'm trying to get out of here early.
There's an HSBC that spits out $5 at a time. It's right next to my office.
Yeah, they also spit out Budweisers. So that's it for me relative to the chairman's report. If anybody has any thoughts on, with regards to the year-end discussion, that's for what we call it, the State of the Town address. We started, Jeremy already gave me some of the old State of Town addresses. We're going to draft up one this week. I think the theme is most of the stuff that we've approved in town is either under construction or basically done.
When is State of the Town? Second?
It's the first Monday in December.
Second Monday in December, I think it might be the 8th. It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
It always creeps up on us as we.
The first Monday is the first.
So it's on the 8th.
So it's the second Monday.
So that's the other thing that's in there. That's it for any questions for me? Good. Director's report, anything, Chairman? Fred got a new haircut? That's good report.
Get that in there.
Zoom
I
in.
would just say that.
You need the microphone, sir.
Give your name.
It's okay, not for me.
That's right.
This guy.
I think you're all aware that the state legislature just passed an amendment in emergency session, House Bill 8002, relative to affordable housing in the state. We're still digesting what was passed by the legislature relative to the requirements that will be imposed upon municipalities should the bill be signed by the governor, which we understand that he's expressed that he will indeed sign the bill, but it hasn't been signed yet. Like I said, we're continuing to go through the language, and we'll update the commission at probably the meeting on the 25th or December 2nd to sort of break down some of the details relative to what's going to be required of municipalities.
Yeah, that is important, and I did forget to mention it. From where I sit, I'm in frequent contact with Francis Pickering, who's the executive director of Westcog, and also the chairman of the Ridgefield Planning Zoning Commission, the Westport Planning Zoning Commission, and the Greenwich Planning Zoning Commission. Francis Pickering and the chairman from Greenwich was going to submit a statement relative to that. That was pretty generic, but the big problem with the bill is it's not really the bill in itself, and it did change a lot in the last minute before it got voted on. It dropped, the bill dropped, and they voted on it 2 hours later. So there's no way you could read how many hundreds of pages bill? How many?
102.
Yeah, in an hour and a half or 2 hours, right? Then I think it got amended a little bit, where a lot of the items in there became opt-in or opt-out.
There were a number of amendments proposed during the session, however, none of them were.
Yeah, none of them passed.
None of them, yeah.
None of them were adopted.
Yeah, But were those amendments, the opt-in, opt-outs, or no? Were they was already in there?
There really are no opt-ins, opt-outs.
Okay, okay.
From what I understand of the situation at least.
With the parking especially, there's nothing.
The big thing, I had a little back and forth with Westport. A lot of our multifamily buildings are 16 units and smaller. And one of the proposals was there's two pieces that matter to us a lot. One of the proposals was to not require parking at any building is it still 16 or did it switch?
16.
It is 16.
It has to be amended in February.
16 or less units, no parking
Required. And then how many units are over at 7 Sedgwick? Is that 18 or is it 16?
However, I think one of the concerns is, if you're in the business, you still need bank financing.
Right.
We've seen it through the years that banks oftentimes will not finance projects if it doesn't have sufficient on-site parking. So it could be that a lot of developers and builders put it in anyways, because of course you can rent the units for more if it has on-site parking. We'll see how that all shakes out. That's still to be determined. As Jamie mentioned, there was an incorrect reference in the bill that has to be corrected.
Yeah, see, relative to parking, I think the person that's new from Westport, I'm not going to say thought it was a good idea, but they said most of the people that moved to Westport from Greenwich, they don't have cars, and they think it's less expensive to use Ubers to go back and forth all over the place in town than it is to buy a car, insure it, and park it someplace. And I kind of chuckled at that. That's serious. I kind of chuckled at that. I said, okay, so you're going to take your kid in an Uber to school every day, and you're going to pick up, drop off your kid at soccer and lacrosse practice in an Uber. And they were like, whoa. And then they kind of changed their thought process of it. The gentleman who is from Wilton, his name is Rich Tomasetti, right? He's an architect, and he's really mad at it, really mad about it. He just calls the whole thing stupid. I don't know if anybody, we never even thought about drafting a letter. There's no time and there's no reason. There was an hour there. Tracy Mara did ask me some questions when they were deliberating it with regards to the parking and whatnot. The other thing that is important to us is they asked for as-of-right conversion of commercial buildings to residential. That's something that, if you've noticed around, we've done that already at least 6 times, right? 3 Parklands is a conversion. If Heights Corners, if that one goes through, that's commercial to residential if it goes through. The one on 104, 108 Old Kings Highway is commercial to residential.
I think it's a limited review by the commission that was objectionable to most people rather than necessarily the.
Right.
Permit would be a site plan review only, so.
Right.
Not as of right.
They call it a summary review, but there is no such thing as summary review in our town, and there's no such thing as summary review in other towns, of the ones that are in our peer group or our COG. Plus, a lot of our stuff is special permit, and they're still going to have to go to, the local traffic authority, the ARB, the sewer commission, all that stuff. So it's not, and I told Tracy Marr, in our town, there's nothing that is basically as of right. I mean, I don't even think you can put a shed in your house as of right without having it looked at by somebody. Not every single shed comes to our commission, but especially in commercial, everything has to get done. So it's.
Some ADUs can be done by staff, but.
Yeah, I mean, we have these guys who do ADUs by staff, yeah.
I mean, they do houses too.
Yep.
That's right, all the time.
Yep.
Do you know what date we'd be required to identify the 8%, the 4% zones that are 4% or less of the total land area that could be exempt from the parking regulation?
I think a lot of the statute goes into effect, I think it was January 1st.
No, they switched it to July.
It's
It was a
July,
typo.
but I think that
It
has
was
to
a
be,
typo.
does have to be identified first, the area that is, that's what I was curious about, yeah.
Portions that go into effect in January, and then there's portions that go into effect in
Yeah.
July.
And our town plans conservation development is due in June.
It's June, July, I suppose, to
Okay.
be able about that.
So we'll have that percentage of vacant land area in that document for the most part, right? Because we do that from GIS now. Yeah. That's what, we always say like Darien is 96% developed or 94% developed. It's always plus or minus 5%. And that ends up being in that document. And they, if it's in the document, they have to have backup on it. But that's a great point, Fred. Thank you for bringing that up. It's something that, I mean, if my phone blows up when all these things happen, and it's people are really passionate about it.
Did
And it's very
Rep.
important.
Mara vote in favor or opposed?
It passed, I think it passed like 60-40, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I don't know.
I'm
which
sure
way she
Bob
voted.
Duff was in favor. He negotiated the
I
thing.
was gonna say, he definitely was for it. I
Yeah.
think she was a no.
I think he did, and then he sent, there was a thing I saw on Instagram from him that said it was a great bill and this and this. And by the way, Bob Duff, I have to thank him, he sent me a thank you letter for being re-voted into the Darien Planning and Zoning Commission.
I got one too,
You
so
got one
don't
too,
feel
right?
like.
Yeah, I was like, I got it.
Isn't that nice? Great guy. Anything else, Fred or Jeremy?
I got a phone call.
Oh.
Letters. There you go.
Ah,
Get the
there
letter
you go,
too.
Adam.
I did get a letter from Miss Mara as well, so.
I did as well, so I thought that was nice
So
to get
I
both.
wasn't
next
just Mr.
meeting
Duff.
is-
Well, now I'm feeling left out. Let's go.
Well, just, you
Well,
have to re-up
You
again.
were just reelected.
Yes.
All right, next meeting is next Tuesday,
Still
2 days
vice chair.
before Thanksgiving,
Huh?
right? What's on that agenda, Jeremy?
That is a continuation of next quarter.
Everything is
the
on
zone change application, as well as the site plan special permit application. And it's the continuation of 805 Post Road, yes?
Yes.
As well. We'll try to finish that off. Stormwater, traffic, parking, so.
Can you ask them their proposed hours of operation? We never went over that with them.
Yeah, we'll make sure to reach out 805 hours.
Do we have the fire marshal report for the turning radiuses on that one?
I'll check on that.
If the site plan changes.
Updated. As of today.
Oh, good. You're finally vice chairman.
Those are the only items on the agenda, those public hearings.
And we're not gonna see the Vicaro's property because he didn't get to ARB?
He's an
There's
ARB.
ARB right now.
Oh, right now.
Yeah,
Right now.
he's there right now.
They put him on.
No. They always, Art, I don't know why you keep asking that. We always run in conjunction at the same exact time.
No, but he was concerned that he couldn't get on the meeting because they'd already sent out the
Right,
notices
I
and
didn't think
stuff.
they were.
They're on it. They're on it.
Move their agenda around to accommodate Mr. Picaro.
They're on it.
So he's probably speaking right now, I guess. And then December 2nd would be a general meeting on the
Whatever,
various
clean it up.
decisions, minutes, a little this, a little that, and Neil will be here on the POCD as well.
There's no public hearing on the
No
second.
public hearings on December 2nd.
Fantastic.
Do that by Zoom.
Everything else good?
All good.
All right, 8:30, fantastic. With that said, I would entertain a motion to close. Jamie makes the motion, looking for a second. Adam makes a second, all in favor? The hearing is closed. Thank you, TV 79.
Thank you.
Good luck with your new pool.